month, something that is digestible, something that you can move and then start thinking about it. Alright? Okay? So, you'll be given maju paper, multicolored pen. Each of you will have, maybe you use 2 maju paper or 3 maju paper. Don't write a whole novel. Okay, just a few maju, all the salient point. Why, then explain and how you're going to do it. Why and how you're going to read it. Where and how you're going to do it. Where and how you're going to do it. Okay? Well, yeah, that is a simple format. And then first you write on your A4, discuss. Okay? And then you have your idea of how to go about with it.
To become a counselor for 3 years in school, and I opted back to teaching. I went to teach, and I left counselling for a few years, and then I became an administrator. So of course, taking counselling. Yep. Yes, now I'm a pensioner, so I'm picking up things which I have learned. So I'm a pensioner.
You have diverse experiences.
Yeah. Because I think counselling is my passion.
Yeah.
So when I became an administrator, I do the job. So that is why
if we say, so why? Because we need to help in society. And so then what to do? Then we need to have a program to reach out to the dropouts. And then where to do it? We do it in our immediate community. For example, you are in Singapore, you can do it right away in your own vicinity. A Malaysian, she will be doing it there, and then I will be doing it in my country, for example, everyone will be doing it. But then later we can have international program lunch. So that we have international collaboration. But for the meantime, we will all do it in based with But you were saying about you want to reach out to people out there who are actually very energetics. Coming from my position itself as a counselor, when I meet up with those who are addicts, is because it was interlinked. Once they consume medication, when they consume heroin, for example, for a very long time, then they have mental issues as well.
Some of our brothers and sisters, maybe they not really understand of what is a mental illness. And how can we create this organization is to get a volunteer or manpower, or we can say professional. Okay, those who are maybe new graduate like Sister Sophia, so and then from there we will create this organization. And how? By spread the awareness, by maybe make road shows, or maybe we have a group support group, and then we have a talk, go to the schools, educate the children about the mental illness. Okay, and the main reason is also we want to remove the stigma. Okay, some of the people who, from their understanding, mental illness is one of the name, they call it as a gila, and then they think of that there's no treatment. From my experience as a counselor, Okay, I can see the journey of my clients which are already start to work, start to get back to themselves with their family, and alhamdulillah it can be helped. Okay, and then what is the maybe we can say the way we can do it by outreach program. Okay, the first intention is we want to do is 2+1 program. We call it as a psychological treatment and also Islamic support. Because as a Muslim, this organization we think of like when we talk about the psychiatric treatment, some of the Malay Muslim they will reject. They will not understand, so we have to do it 2+1. That means we will make it as an open layer for them to see what their needs. Okay, and there is another option like if they go for the treatment for Ruqyah and they think it can help, and then there is a duration of time we can see how the process goes. And then if not really can't help, then another option. So and also we will give support to the caregiver, because the caregiver are the main person who are staying and living with the client itself. Okay, and sometimes the caregiver might be burnout because of the situation they are facing. And for the public to understand how can they give us support, because from this stigma related with the stigma, when public look into it as a kind of sickness that we can't retreat, so it will be more make the situation better. Okay, where can we do this MISO organization? Because we have from different countries, so we have a kind of big dream. We want to make it a worldwide. Of course, it needs time. For the 3 to 6 months, it won't be happen. But of course, we will think of like within our community. That means like those who are living in KL. Okay, let's start with a small group from there, and then in Singapore, and then other places. So I think I'm done.
Okay.
Can I just ask a question?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, if you can tell me, how do you help the caregiver? How do you support them?
Okay, the caregiver. Let me share my experience as a counselor. Once we receive a referral, of course we will link to the client itself, right? And then we will see the genogram of the client. Like, okay, you have a father, you have a mother, you have a sister, you have a brother. Okay, which are the person who are close to you? Okay, and then from there we contact, we will of course ask the permission for the client itself, how can we contact, and we outreach to the caregiver. And there is 2 types of caregiver. The most support caregiver is easy for us to link with, to maybe give them, educate them, what is this sickness about, make them understand. Because as a caregiver, sometimes what they see is they cannot accept the changes of their loved one. For them, my son should not be this, why, and there's a lot of why, right? So we have to psycho-educate them about the illness. Okay, don't look this is as your son, take a look is this as a sickness. So when they understand the sickness and how to handle it, and it can be much more better for them to go on with the journey of the treatment and give support to the family. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you. You have more time. Brother.
Yes, alhamdulillah. Our group, the 6 of us over here, came up with this, and we gave it KM parenting. So why do we do this? We want to prepare. Okay, first our target our audience, or rather the learners, will be parents, new parents. So why do we do this in preparation before they receive their children, their babies? So we wanted to equip with the Khalifa method of education, which is to help to be good to self, to be good to others, and also the community and the rest. So where do we find our participants? We will find our participants, inshallah, we're targeting at hospitals and playgroups. So hospitals are all the new parents, yeah, and then playgroups are for the kids, or rather the parents who will have a second or third child, yeah. And then what will it be? It will be Khalifa method. So we will duplicate Khalifa method, which is run at the Khalifa schools. And when we are looking at groundwork, we are not looking at to implement it yet. So these are all the pre-implementation groundwork that we intend to do, inshallah. So of course, to set up a small working committee through Khalifa Circle, meeting regularly. and finding what's working, what can be done better. Of course, brainstorming on and development of curriculum. So that takes about 3 months. Development curriculum, we were thinking, we did mention just now that we will duplicate, but of course the target audience will be the parents right now. So we need to see the learner profiles, demographic, etc. And of course, pilot study, we will visit Khalifah School to see how it's being run. So that's how we learn, through observation, through interviews with the teachers, etc. And where do we, this whole groundwork will take about 3 months to 6 months. And the place that we are looking at is of course Gombak Kindergarten by one of our friends here. So that's about it. That's all.
Okay. Any question? Alright, no question. Give them an applause.
To you, our team. I've got Anna. Anna, who's the Anna, training background. I've got Zara, occupational safety, also required. I've got Dalila, sales training background. And I've got Mariati, counselling. And I've got Naraini, also counselling. And I also have got Fatia, who is doing the corporate training, and we've also got Normala, but she has to leave, I think, she's not here, right? So, looking at our background, so that's why we're doing the consultancy for PIP. And why we're doing this, we're looking at organizations today, especially with a lot of mergers and acquisitions, you know, and things are changing in organizations. And when we look at organizations, their focus is always about how do we improve the staff's productivity, right? And how do we manage, how do we transform these people to be more productive? So we are focusing on leadership and transformation program. That's the reason why, how we're gonna do this, right? And what is, we're gonna integrate the PIP into the human capital development as part of their capabilities building in the organization, right? And for our first next 6 months, I think what we need to target is actually more of the SME, small, medium enterprise first. I think they need to make sure, because they are the contributors to our economy anyway. So let's work on them first. That's how we're going to do it. So we're going to use, how we're going to focus on it, digital marketing, awareness in the Facebook, and grants from SME Corp. So that's where our target is. Okay. So when? Right. So realistically, next month. Next week is already fasting month. So the whole month of fasting month, we're going to work on how can we firm up the consultancy bit. We probably work with Aziz on how we want to develop this. And Raya would be a good time to do our networking. Raya, open houses, let's go visit the SME Corp, right? And then we probably will start our first consultancy somewhere in August. Right, so that's what we foresee that we're going to be able to do it. Where? We're going to start Klang Valley first. But there is a dream, there is a need. Singapore will be our next target, right? And our nearest one is also Melaka, right? With our very strong salesperson there, Melaka could be the next place as well. All right, so that's our plan. Any question?
Any question? So all those of you who wants to become consultant, young turks,
Yes, please run out with us.
okay. Alright.
Alright.
Give an applause.
Okay.
Alright.
We have several, a couple of sisters and some of my brothers who are also very passionate about working with youth. So the program that we have named the program as Empowering Youth for the Future. Okay. So why we actually do this? Because all of us has agreed that we want to groom the next generation of Khalifah. Yeah. And how is through peer grooming workshop using the PIP method as our basis. What does it comprise of? It's basically Khalifah, using the Khalifah method of grooming youth, which is teaching them of how to strive to be good to oneself, and striving to be good to others, as well as striving to do good to the world, as well as other creatures of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, how are we going to do this? Target group is between 14 to 18, so basically we are targeting for the secondary school level, at-risk youth, yeah, who probably going to be identified by the school leaders or by the school teachers, for example. Okay, and we are adopting the SEMP model for program. So in terms of spirituality, we will introduce or share with the youth through the narratives and stories about the Sahaba, you know, and get them the chance to actually know about the history and to emulate the values and good charactership of the Sahaba, because in the current world that we're living in today, we tend to look at the West. You know, instead there are a lot of beautiful narratives, you know, about the story of Sahaba of Prophet Muhammad. You know, that we have kind of like lack of understanding and sharing. So E is emotional. We will teach them or share with them on how to do zikir and dua, as well as doing self-reflection. M is mental. So we are basically using a little bit of CBT approach here on how to deflect negative thoughts, because at-risk youth, sometimes we see them as problematic youth rather than youth with problems. You know, so this is the perspective that we're going to change. You know, we are for people or teachers, educators or professionals who are working with youth. You see youth, you see them as not youth with not problematic youth, but youth with problem, so that we can basically address the problem and come up with a better solution for them. And then under the physical, we're going to teach them about self-care in accordance with Quran and Sunnah. Okay, when we are targeting this within 6 months, how there's going to be a lot of project planning going on. Okay, we got to think about the resources, the materials that we actually need, the targeted group that we are looking at, promotion to school, etc., as well as the follow-up programs. Yeah, and we may probably have to partner parents. Yeah, because in terms of working with youth or even children, we always need to work, you know, in tangent with the schools as well as with the parents. Yeah, because these are the world that basically influence their characters as well as values. Where somewhere is very hip, probably not in the school area itself, probably like in the outward bound schools or available youth camps. I know in Malaysia there's a lot of fantastic you know, camps or places, you know, where you can go to, like youth clubs or the community clubs within the district. We probably need to do a lot of engagement with the grassroots, yeah, to basically promote this program, as well as yeah, to get some kind of buy-in or support from influential individuals within the district or things like that. Okay, any questions?
Okay, any question?
All right, thank you.
Good job, okay. Thank you very much.